you harm it for your specific gain, like you feel good after harming the animal, and that's definitely a huge problem. Animal abuse is like basically the same thing as animal cruelty. It's like inflicting pain upon the animal. Animal neglect is when you leave the animal completely without like food or sufficient nutrients for it to survive, like and have a good life. All right, these are forms of animal abuse that are pretty prevalent in the United States. Chicken fights, dog fights, animal neglect and abuse by the owners, puppy mills, and pet hoarding.
What's that?
But Carmen would like to explain the chicken fighting.
Okay. Fact fighting. Chicken fights. This is a fight between two male chickens. This kind of event is held for recreational sports. During the fight, observers place bets to bet on the chances that one chicken will win versus the other. Although during the fight, the chickens will be severely injured, and sometimes have fatal outcomes.
So during the cockfighting, most of the time it's between two male chickens, and what happens is they already have the instinct to kill one another. So the one that like wins is probably like the one that basically kills the other. That one has more blood or wounds on it first. Yeah. Carmen again with dog fighting.
A. Dog fighting. Dog fighting is a blood sport in which dogs are made to fight against one another, sometimes to the death. This sport is for recreation and sometimes for gambling and breeding purposes.
Alright, so with these dogs, usually in the United States it's pit bulls like versus one another. That's why in some states the owner actually can't purchase a pit bull. Like in Colorado, you're not allowed to have pit bulls at all. So it's like this sport's also like just like basically for fun, but it's definitely cruelty and very illegal. And most of the sports that go along with animal abuse, they're for like you can gamble on them. So like in dog races, you can gamble to see like which dog is gonna win the race. Alright, John and I will explain animal neglect.
Animal neglect. This happens when the owner or characters did not provide enough resources for the animal to stay alive and have a happy life. This also happens if the animal is undernourished and emaciated. This is an act of animal cruelty.
So yeah, if anyone watches ASPCA on Animal Planet, these are people who go in to find neglected animals, and the first time they like find it with the owner, they'll give the owner a warning, and then the second they'll teach the owner how to actually take care of the animal properly. And if they come back and the owner is not taking care of the animal properly, then the owner will be punished through federal court. Basically, they have to go to jail, and it's just not good. And also, to explain emaciation of an animal, it pretty much means that there's skin and bones. There's no muscle, no fat on the animal, and it's very, it's not healthy for them to be like that. Alright, animal abuse. John and I will explain this.
Okay, animal abuse. Forms of animal abuse are physical violence towards the animal without using self-defense, like when you are hurting an animal physically when it is disobedient or just hurting the animal for pleasure.
So, this comes when you're not defending yourself from the animal. Like if the animal comes to attack you, then you are allowed to push the animal off and do what you can to not have it harm you. But if the animal is disobedient and you get angry with it and you start to beat it, then that is definitely a problem. You cannot use physical violence to hurt the animal in order for it to be obedient. Alright, I'll explain this. Puppy mills are, these are created to mass produce the animal, and they're commercialized and meant to go above morals for self-profit. So these are created in order for you to have a dog or to supply pet stores. And what happens is that the mother of the dogs, they'll be in a very confined space, and then they'll be like mass produced, so there's too many for that space. So they'll be living in their own feces, and then they'll die of most likely of disease. So poor things, right? Alright. And pet hoarding is when most of the time this happens when someone has an anxiety disorder, like or OCD, and this is when the owner possesses too many animals for one room. This doesn't go with breeding like the puppy mills, but this is when someone has too much of like a good thing. So these animals, like sometimes you'll find them in trailers, at least 30 cats in one trailer, and they'll also be living in their own feces. They'll die of disease. They'll be matted because no one would take care of them properly, and it's just really, really bad to the animal because they can't survive living in their own feces. Alright, these are statistics in 2009, so I have to click on the link. Hopefully this is supposed to work. It's getting there. What? Alright, these are the reports in the United States. The total, I believe, all the way at the bottom, these are between every state. So fighting in, in Arkansas, hoarding, there's one case, and then there's beating, there's shooting of the animals, there's fighting of the animals, neglect and abandonment in almost every state. The total for the United States in 2009 was 823 cases. So, big numbers here. Oops. Alright, solving the problem. Alright, well we came up with like 3 types of things to solve this problem. Carmen, would you like to?
Okay. We'll have more laws can be passed in order to make neglect, abuse,